Welcome back, Jimmy G. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, Jimmy Garoppolo and the rest of the 49ers are looking forward to a healthier season in 2019. They get a road test in the opener as they take on new coach Bruce Arians and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'll be back at halftime with a look around the early games. But first, we'll get over to Tampa. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the off now to help this team?
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 73 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a...
Winston now to throw on first down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown ground as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make...
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. Actually, I remember that game, December, against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards. On third down, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Key 26, key 26.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Ball game. To throw is Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Nassib able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back seven on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. Got a running back of this size, of these dimensions. I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz...
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception.
That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart, and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10, and it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent. Second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Thus far, here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Something to watch here.
It's already. Here comes 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out.
So you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
They'll start on the ground with Barber. And they can't bring him down. It's a gain of 16, 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason.
To throw is Winston. That's caught by Howard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And an alley to run. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida 96 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
From the gun, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, he's going to loft one deep left side. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt.
37's the Mike.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series.
Danny, we go. 37's
On 1st and 10, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack. For them.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. He's going to float this over the middle deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Nassib able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the
advantage of blitzing. Often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners play sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. They're a perfectly executed crossing route. Oh, fighting off the defender. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards at. To throw is Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Third and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
Sack, baby! Sack, baby!
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from.
Ever go 37's the Mike. Mike, 30. Stop your whining.
On third down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. A bit of...
52.
They go play action. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's real.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. DeForest Buckner. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Carlton Davis picks it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect eyes. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea with a big-time sack on 3rd down.
Right now, but they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones.
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. Carl Nassib, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know,
working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1.
He run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack. What they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bucs, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in